Country artist Dave McElroy shared insights into his music career in a recent in-depth interview with the Epic Times, revealing that his journey was divinely inspired. About 10 years ago, I felt these promptings from the Lord to bring me back to music, Mr. McElroy said, recalling how he was guided by God to pursue his passion. From a young age, Mr. McElroy was involved in singing and performing in school productions. Despite running a successful business at the time, he couldn't ignore the signs he kept receiving. "I had a really successful business going at the time," he shared. He continued to receive these prompts from God and realized, well, I can't not listen to the Lord. Within 2 weeks, he wrote about 20 songs and recorded 2. Eventually, he decided to sell his business. A week after recording a demo, Mr. McElroy found himself in a studio with one of country music's top producers. "There are all these people trying to get into the inner circle of Nashville, and the Lord dropped me right in the center of it," he said. 6 months later, Mr. McElroy achieved his first top 40 hit on country radio with "Tangled Up," followed by his top 20 hit, "Trucker Hat." Since then, he has amassed millions of views on his videos on YouTube. Reflecting on his journey, he said, "I'm like, alright, that's what you want me to do. Then I'm gonna do it. And the only thing I ask the Lord, I'm like, if you're gonna have me do this, keep me away from the ugly side of music, you know. Keep me away from the back." I'd always hear stories about that. And he really has. He's really put me in a lot of good hands along the way. Mr. McElroy's faith played a significant role in his career. "I always was very filled with faith. But it's fun to watch. Lord, you are truly amazing." Growing up with supportive parents who nurtured his musical and artistic ambitions, Mr. McElroy recalled being mesmerized by Louis Armstrong's voice. His mother bought him all of the legendary jazz musicians' records, videos, and books. In school, Mr. McElroy played the violin, fiddle, trombone, and bass guitar. "I was mesmerized by his voice and his trumpet," he said. Although influenced by various music genres, Mr. McElroy's heart lies in country music. "I grew up country. I'm very true blue country, you know," he said. His father instilled a strong work ethic in him. By age 14, he was working a steady job. After moving from the Midwest to Las Vegas, he said, "I just bounce between here and Nashville. That outside world doesn't really affect me. I've played in a lot of big cities and all kinds of stuff, and you pray for those that are hurting." Mr. McElroy prefers to stay at home rather than venture to the famed Las Vegas Strip, describing Las Vegas as a God-loving community that is very family-oriented. "Country is growing big," Mr. McElroy noted. "My values are my values." He believes country music resonates with many because we're just sharing common experiences. Common stories that relate to our lives, and that translates to those who are listening. Probably my favorite song of all is "Hands." I don't perform it much, but it's my dad's favorite song, and I think that's part of why it's one of my favorites, too, he shared. Before his music career took off, Mr. McElroy worked in construction and ran a large construction company. He recalled a particular day when they had to remove a thick 5-inch concrete slab with rebar without any machinery. "I told my guys, don't worry, I'll handle it. You guys grab the pieces and hike them up the hill," he said. After about 40 swings, Mr. McElroy paused to catch his breath. As he bent over, he said he noticed a drop of sweat landed on a scar on his hand. He remembered getting that scar while working on his first car, slipping a knife while cutting off a radiator hose. Another scar on his hand came from a goal line stand in football, where he stopped the running back and secured the win that sent his team to the championship game during his school days. Reflecting on his hands, Mr. McElroy said he realized they were full of memories, each scar telling a story of his life. "They were calloused and rough from the work I had done. That's when I wrote Hands, a song about how my hands tell the story of my life. It's a slower, mid-tempo song, so I don't play it often in shows, but occasionally, in an acoustic set, I'll perform it and think about my dad. It's pretty awesome." Meanwhile, Mr. McElroy and his band are set to release his latest single, "Good Time Guys," which is about his experience with his band on the road. More than music. Mr. McElroy has introduced a new signature line of sunglasses, which includes luxury, hunting, and everyday collections. These sunglasses will be available at Buc-ee's, outdoor sporting stores, and department stores for the luxury line. For his fishing and hunting fans, Mr. McElroy hosts a show called Time with Dave McElroy on the Pursuit channel, which will air this fall. Alright, so I'll be on the Pursuit channel this fall, third and fourth quarter this year during the hunting season, and then again first and second quarter, he said.